Alright, so here's what we're going to do. The oil tank has a tube coming out the bottom of it with a plug. We'll unplug that, drain it, and then on the front, there's an oil filter. Shut up, bird! I'm making a video. There's an oil filter on the front that you screw off and then screw a new one back on. Alright, so step one, get the bike good and warmed up. Take it around the block a few times. And then you'll need to take the seat off to get to the oil filler. And you do that with this little dealie here. So the seat is just held on by one bolt that has a big wing on it that you can grab with your fingers. Like that. Then just lift the seat off, pull it towards the back of the bike, put it somewhere safe. And there is your oil filler plug right here. You can just pop that loose. The only tricky part about this is doing it in such a way that you don't get oil all over the swing arm and the exhaust and everything. I use aluminum foil to create a kind of crude funnel to drop it into the oil pan and keep everything clean. So then you just take your pliers and you pop this off. And there she blows. Right on the front end, you can see this oil filter is pretty well jammed in here. It's kind of hard to get on it and take it loose. The K&N oil filters have a nut on the end that you can just grab onto and unscrew it, so you may consider that as a replacement. But you can get a filter wrench up in here under the clutch cable and grab onto it and just move it a couple centimeters at a time until it's loose enough to take off by hand. And we're going to do our aluminum foil job on this one because this is even more of a mess. There's electrical stuff and there's an exhaust pipe and a muffler down here. Okay, and then just come off like this. Whoa! There we go. Alright, shut up police, I'm trying to make a video. God! Anyway, alright, so now we put the plug back in. Ignore the sirens. And then we just grab the little clamp and put it back on here to keep it in place until next time. There you go. PH6022 is the Fram version of this oil filter. You can look up other oil filters. This fits, I believe, an 88 to 2008 Sportster engine. The manual recommends that you put 4 ounces of oil in this before you spin it on. Now I'm going to use genuine 2050 Harley Davidson motor oil. They've been making motorcycles for over 100 years, so I figured they know what's best to put in their engine. But mine burns a little oil, so I'm going to throw in maybe 10% of this stuff. They say you can use 25% in a Harley engine, but I don't want to use too much. Here we go, so we just dump it down the hole in the middle. Put the filter in place, spin it on, and when you feel it contact the engine, and turn it between 1/2 and 3/4 of a turn. So I just usually measure it by putting my thumb in one place, that's 1/4, and so on. So this motorcycle takes 2 quarts of oil. Seems like not enough for such a big engine, but that's how they did it. So you want to fill it up so that it's at the top add line, then run it for a couple of minutes, get the engine all warmed up, and then check it and see if it needs any more. Glub 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 glub. Alright, seat just slides on this way. You just reach under it and tighten up that bolt. And take it for a ride, check for leaks, check the oil level, and you're good.